Hello, everybody. This is Elizabeth Clare Brewington with Brightside Global Trade TV, and we're introducing our new podcast. We're so excited to have a podcast because there's a big difference between just a channel and podcast because we'll be able to reach more people. I want to, first of all, thank God for everything that He has done for us. Without Him, we would be nowhere. And I have had quite the week, and I have personally witnessed a lot of miracles. So I want to just make sure we say that. So let's just take a moment. I know some people we have just given me news that they've lost a dear one. So let's just take a minute of silence. And we've got Dina, who's just come back from Bosnia, and a lot of people are still coping with loss. So let's just take a minute and just have a minute of silence for the people that we have lost and for their families. And there's been a lot of shootings in Goldsboro. We lost a 14-year-old, and we've had some really sad news that, when these things happen, and especially when we are close to it, when we know the people and the families. So let's just take a moment of silence, and then I'll open into a quick prayer to bless this event and bless this day, and then we'll begin. Thank you, God. Thank you, God, for Earth Day this week. We've all been celebrating this marvelous planet, and we're so grateful that we have such a beautiful planet to be on. We thank you, Lord, for the water. We thank you for the ocean. We thank you for the sky. We thank you for the universe. We thank you for all the great discoveries that we are going up in space and learning so many more miracles and wonders that only you have done for us. We thank you, Lord, for everybody who is on the Zoom and everyone who's on Facebook or LinkedIn and all our wonderful followers and fans and people who watch this show. We want to bless you, all our VIP groups. And we really, really want to thank you because we wouldn't be here if not for the love and the miracle of God. So we want to make sure that we give him the honor, we give him the praise, we thank him, thank him, thank him. And I want to warmly welcome each of you to this broadcast. As our name, Brightside, we are the people on the bright side. And I don't know if you realize, but there's more haters in the world and there's more people on the dark side. So if you want to really move forward and be on the bright side, we almost now have to fight to compete to be happy people. So that's what we allude to. And we want to empower everybody because we believe that when we meet together and we gather in God's name and gather together as people and we just get together, something magical happens. And so we want to warmly welcome you and at Brightside and at this TV network and podcast. We do four things. One, we network. Two, we connect you to people. Three, we ask you to refer business to someone whose presentation you're going to see today. And four, we like to share information because when you share information, it just spreads like wildfire and it's a wonderful thing. So I want to now open it up to everyone who's here, and I have a lot of announcements to make. So I'll do that real quick. So I want to open up with, we've got a lot of people coming in, so we'll just talk a little bit while they get here. So over to you. I think Dina's first on my screen. So Dina, please introduce yourself. And then we'll go to Ernestine and Nancy, and we'll talk about horse riding in a minute.
It's really lovely to be back. I want to thank Elizabeth for inviting me back. And the last time I was with Brightside, I was talking about my book, Nirmina's Chance. So this time I will have the opportunity to tell you about my travels to Bosnia this past summer and some of the wonderful nonprofit organizations where I was able to present my book and meet with people there and talk about the aftermath of war 30 years later.
Okay, that's awesome. And we're looking forward to your presentation as well. Thank you so much, Dina, for being here. So how many of you know how to ride a horse? And please write that in your comment too. Okay, so we had such an amazing time. The Wootons invited us to come to this magnificent Friends and Family Day event at First African Baptist Church, and they had horses. So that was one exciting thing, just to look at the horses, and they were all with women-owned horse farms. So that was the second exciting thing. And Elton and I had been to one of the major North Carolina cowboy events where millions of these horse farm people show up. But the excitement was to actually see the horse farm women with their horses. But then there was something that was magnificent that we saw our queen on a horse and Nancy on a horse and Takia on a horse. I wanted to get on a horse, but there was no time. We ran out of time. But anyway, so here they are. Tell us about the experience on being on the horse. It was just amazing. Yeah, it is such an honor to know you.
Well, we did. We had a wonderful time. It was a beautiful day that the Lord gave us that day, and the fellowship was just fun. And the horse that my mother rode, her name was Annie, and my horse name was Willow. And we just had a good time. Everyone was nice. They helped us get. I didn't realize what a challenge it was to even get on the horse.
Yes.
I had to actually have somebody help lift my leg up to get it over the horse. But it was, like I said, it was a beautiful day, and the fellowship with everyone was great. And just being there and having this. And now I'd like to reintroduce and introduce to some of you my mother, who is 98 years old, and she had the opportunity to ride a horse for the first time on that day. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I enjoyed my horse ride, and I'm looking forward to another one.
That's awesome. I should have put the picture up, but I will in the next Zoom. Okay, so we really had and the food was magnificent. The games were, I think, how many people did y'all have? 500 people? How many people showed up?
No idea. No idea. I don't know.
People just kept coming and coming and coming and coming. It's amazing y'all didn't run out of food.
It was family and friends, and the men did all of the cooking.
Yep, there was a cookout. Yep. So.
And they had, 5 men. They were presented their ribbons on Sunday morning.
Amazing. That's wonderful.
Ms. Wooten was like she was right at home sitting on top of that street. Like she was right at home. On, soldiers!
Miss Wooten was my inspiration.
I heard.
Yeah, she really was. Oh my God.
I mainly got up there because my son has high functioning autism. This is Autism Awareness Month. I was extremely scared, but his courage and determination and bravery encouraged me to get up there. And like Miss Nancy said, I mean, they gotta help me up. I said, Lord, poor horse, but I had to do it for my baby. He said that he was gonna be brave, and of course I had to be brave with him. So it was a venture. I'm glad I was able to do it for the first time. I could check that off my list.
Before I married Elton, I would always say, oh my God, I'm gonna die. And Elton said, honey, you ain't gonna die. You ain't gonna die. You're gonna live till you're 90 years old and longer than that. And I'm gonna be old with you. And when I came to Goldsboro, I realized what he was talking about. So yeah, you can really live and ride a horse and do it all. So it's a great honor to live long and have such a lovely life. I just feel so happy to have known you.
Yeah, Miss Wooten, I'm proud of
I'm
you.
gonna take that horse image and use that as
I'm proud of you,
inspiration.
darling. Proud
We're
of you.
proud of you.
Mhm.
We really, really are.
No, nothing to, no fear here.
No.
No fear here. You know, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go.
Yes, yes, yes.
Mm.
All right, all right. So moving along, let's talk to Reginald. What's going on, Reginald, on your end?
Well, good evening, everyone. I'm delighted to be with you this evening. I'm Reginald Lyerly. I'm coming to you from Durham, North Carolina, working a number of businesses. And so it's great to see all of you again. Been busy with a lot of things myself, a lot of different projects. It's just that's pretty much all I can say. And I'm looking forward to learning something from everyone. I hate I missed the event back on the 15th. I was invited, but I could not make it. But apparently it was a great event, so that's good news.
Yeah, it really was. It was fantastic. Okay, so over to you. Takia has a lot of. Takina, I put your posters on the screen. Would you like me to share that while you talk?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
Takia has a lot of news. So go ahead.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. Well, thank you. As many of you may know, we talked about it briefly last time on the call. I am the Goldsboro chapter queen contestant for Dillard Goldsboro Alumni Friends Incorporated, a proud representation. I also have 18-year-old twin graduates class of 2023, so I'm proud of that. Two more small children as well, but we have two upcoming scholarship fundraisers, one being this Saturday, April the 29th from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Anyone that's interested in being a vendor, if you have a business and will be in Goldsboro, it's $30 as a contribution to my, scholarship campaign. That $30 will get your spot to bring your own table and promote your business. Set up your table and, kind of make some money that day, network with some people. If anybody wants to set up a table to, do a yard sale, it's $10 contribution. My number is there on the flyer, 919-429-0272. The event will take place this Saturday on the grounds of the Dillard Goldsboro Alumni Friends Incorporated campus. In the event that it does rain, we do plan to move the event on the inside in the hall, the banquet room. We will also have food there, and those contributions will go to the Scholarship Foundation as well. Chicken and fish will be provided by Mr. Darian Grantham. Some of you all might have tasted his barbecue sauce. It is in IGA, Carly C's, IGA, and Walmart. I do believe it's in Piggly Wiggly here as well. And then my last and final fundraiser is the day before Mother's Day. It is our rainbow tea. Two of my classmates have blessed us. One is a gospel recording artist, Miss Dia Hayes, and Miss Cherie Williams will be my keynote speaker. That event will be on May the 13th, that Saturday before Mother's Day, from 4 to 7. We have light hors d'oeuvres on the menu on the flyer, but we will have dinner. And those to participate in that is $25. You dress up in your favorite color, and you dress up in your favorite color and come to participate with us that day. So those are both fundraisers that we'll be having, and I'm excited to be the Goldsboro Queen contestant, represent Goldsboro. Raising scholarship money has been fun. It's been fairly easy, but just networking with different people has been the greatest gift of all. So many of you that I've met, and I look forward to seeing a lot of you those days and participating with me, and see you all at the top. Thank you so much.
Very good, very good, very good.
And we are going to be there on Saturday as well. So please get your table booths and vendor place spots and support Takia. And remember, the money is going for scholarships. So it's a really good cause. And if you will come, you'll see us there too. So we're supporting the event. So please, she needs vendors. And Takia, I will get in touch with you tomorrow. I know it's Friday, but we still have a few minutes, and I have a few vendors that I'd like to have them come as well. So I'll make sure that they come.
Okay, thank you so much. My days keep running together, but yes. So yeah, the
Yes,
event Saturday. Today is what? Wednesday.
yes.
Okay. But yeah.
Yes,
All
so
righty, we'll
we'll
see you
be
on
there,
Saturday.
and yeah, and all my sponsors, if y'all are not there, we'll talk about printing your flyers and information so we can pass it around.
Absolutely. Thank
And
you
get
so,
you
so much.
excited. Especially, I'll have a something from my sponsors as well. So over to you, Priscilla. You want to quickly tell us about paparazzi?
Oh, yes, I'm gonna be there Saturday.
Yes. Okay.
Saturday. And I appreciate y'all for the opportunity. And the only thing that's going on me, I've been busy. Last Saturday, I had like a little event in a major yard sale, which we got rained out. So, but it was fun anyway. And then I'm trying to get ready like her for these 2 grandkids of mine that's graduating at the same time. They're not twins, but they're close to it. They're 10 months apart. And then from there, just looking forward to a great summer.
Wow, me too. So Lady Tiffany Nicole she is a TV star, a celebrity, and I plan to come on your show at some point, but she has done such amazing stuff that I'm so proud of her, and this is her second appearance, and we really get blessed every time we see her. So please introduce yourself and welcome to the Brightside channel.
Thank you so much for the warm welcome, and thank you for inviting me back. I don't know about a movie star, but a TV star, but I'm just grateful that God allows me to shed his light on the bright side, if you will. But I am Lady Tiffany Nicole. I am a Kingdom media personality. I have a radio station. I own a radio station, Power Influence Radio, using the power of radio to make a kingdom influence around the globe. I highlight business owners, successful business owners, on a podcast, Walk by Faith, in collaboration with the New Black Wall Street Market here in Atlanta, Georgia. On my radio show, The Virtuous Hour, and many other things that God is opening doors that allows me to share his love and light with others and share platforms in regards to business owners and events and things of that nature. So I'm honored to be here. Just traveled back from New Orleans this weekend. I covered for media the Black Real Estate Week in New Orleans, had an opportunity to learn a lot about real estate and some powerful, amazing people, African-Americans doing amazing things in real estate around the world. Then I also had the honor of covering the Brilliant Women in Film Festival, which highlights independent women film directors and writers. So I've been a little busy traveling and doing media, but I'm glad to be here and to be a part of the conversation tonight.
Well, we're so happy to have you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So somebody said to me that, you really have doctors on your show? I said, yeah, we have practicing physicians on our show. So here we have Dr. Dietrich. Now, Dr. Dietrich is no ordinary physician. She's written 5 books that I love. There's a gratitude journal that I use every day, and I don't get a chance to talk much about it. And she has a coloring book. She has a roadmap, and she has a way of teaching you how to relax. And you'll wonder, like, why would a physician who is a full-time physician in Texas teaching you about relaxation? Because when you relax, your heart relaxes, your lungs relax, and you give your body a beautiful break. So it's really necessary that as you're running, and if you're not relaxing, and so we call her the relaxation doctor. And she's been on our show a couple of times, but today we're talking about a very special thing. We're all trying to go to Texas. I'm trying to go. So if we can go as a group to Texas to support Dr. Dietrich, she is hosting a conference, and in the conference, she will be teaching you some relaxation techniques. She's got some speakers coming, and I will share her slide. But if you are interested in making the trip with me to Texas, or if you'd like to be a sponsor for her, then she's looking for sponsors as well. So over to you, Dr. Dietrich, and I'm going to share the flyer.
That was wonderful. I think you kind of said everything I needed to say. Uh, Okay, now, hi, everybody. I'm Dr. Dietrich Gorman. I'm a family medicine physician. I'm a speaker, best-selling author, and I help those individuals who are stressed learn how to incorporate relaxation into their lives to be healthier, happier, and more productive. And before I really get into the meat of the conference, I just wanted to mention that according to the American Stress Institute, 83% of U.S. workers suffer from work-related stress. And stress causes about 1 million workers to miss work every day. That's huge, right? And according to the American Psychological Association survey, women are more likely than men to report having a great deal of stress. Not that men can't have stress, but women are more likely to report it. And almost half of the women surveyed here said that their stress has actually increased over the past 5 years. Now, I know that, I'm assuming that most of y'all that are here today have perhaps even said, oh, stress is a killer, and, may have known somebody who said that. Now, do you really understand that? Literally, unmanaged stress can be a killer. Now, some of y'all here may have also said, oh, I have stress at work. Oh, my spouse is stressing me out. My kids are stressing me out, and such is stressing me out. But the real question is, what are you going to do about it, right? You already know that unmanaged stress isn't good. Okay. Are you proactively doing things in your life that drive the stress response down? Okay. That's the question to ask. So I've developed this conference. I'm hosting a conference this June 16th, starting the VIP part of it, and June 17th in Odessa, Texas. It's called the Professional Women's Relaxation Conference. And this conference is set up to equip you both mentally and physically with tools to better manage the life stressors. We are going to have stressors. And we're going to have talks by experts in their fields, many different areas where stress can show up. We'll also have things that you can do. There's going to be 3 breakout sessions with a 4th alternative session in which you can do hands-on activities to help you better manage your stress. There's going to be movement for relaxation, creative relaxation, and releasing for relaxation breakout sessions. And then there'll be a 4th alternative working with essential oils. Then, which is really great, I'm really happy, is I've invited a bunch of professional women in the community, business owners, CEO, law enforcement, a lawyer, a nurse, who's going to share their stories as well as give tips on what they do to manage their stress. And then, to be frank, if they aren't doing so well, because outward appearances don't always show the full story. If they're not doing so well, they're going to put themselves in a vulnerable position and be like, I'm not handling my stress well. I'm here to gain support and knowledge. And so I really want to foster a sense of support for each other that are there, and also stress that even though our stressors are different, the result is still the same. Poor quality of life, disorganization, relationships suffer, work suffers, your health suffers, all that stuff. And that's why I want to have this conference. Now, for those of y'all who want to level up your experience, it actually can start the 16th, which is the Friday before, with the VIP package. In the VIP, there's going to be a free complimentary hotel night stay in this very luxurious hotel. You get a 1-hour massage, a 1-hour facial. There'll be dinner, drinks, desserts, a very small presentation, live acoustic guitar. There'll be somebody playing in the background. We're all talking, and a VIP at arrival gift, as well as a higher value swag bag for the VIPs, and then a whole lot more. So I would just love for y'all to consider not only attending the conference, but sponsoring the conference as well. If you're in Texas or near Odessa, maybe even getting a vendor booth to promote your business there. And more importantly, I would love for you to share this event with people who you feel that may not be handling their stress too well, and maybe need some extra pointers or refreshers on what they can do to benefit from this conference. So if you look on there, you can scan the QR code or go to professionalwomenrelax.com or even directly email me at drdietrichg@yahoo.com, and I can answer any questions. On this website, you can find out the whole schedule, who's going to be talking and all that stuff, as well as the other prices. I am going to extend early bird to probably late May or early June. So you see April 30th on there, where that day is quickly approaching. So I would love support. So that's it for me.
Wow, wow, wow. What a
Yeah.
massage and relaxation and oh my goodness. I think we're definitely trying to go. So if you all want to go, let me know. We can go as a group, and I think she's got a great group rate for the hotel. So this could be our first trip as a group.
All
So
right,
I think
all
we should all go and
Thank you.
support Dr. Dietrich. Yeah.
Thank you for listening. Okay.
Yes.
Very good, very good.
Okay. So where did Gary go? Did he leave? Oh, there he is. Okay. So Gary, over to you, and then I'll quickly talk to you about this amazing grant that's coming up. So go ahead.
Hi, everyone. Gary Chan. I'm calling from Los Angeles, California. I am a business resources consultant, currently working with business owners nationwide in all industry to recover funds from the federal government called the ERTC, Employee Retention Tax Credit. We also serve nonprofits as well as places of worship to recover funds that we all agree that is very much needed, especially with the pandemic and then the looming recession that we are forecast to be in if we are not already in it. My hope is to spread the awareness to business owner and organization of this untapped resource, because on one hand, we are seeing many business owners thinking of closing down their long business, and on the other hand, they are not reaching out or not aware, or in some cases, they self-disqualify, thinking that their particular business do not qualify. And the truth is, many of them are pleasantly surprised that if they explore, they may be eligible. Case in point, I have a restaurant owner that closed their restaurant a couple months, I think it's like late last year. And then when I talked to them this year, we find that they actually are eligible for $23,000 that can come in handy in terms of whatever need that they have. So it is an ongoing thing that we are trying to get the word out, because once the monies are depleted, even if they are found to be eligible later on, they may not have access to these valuable funds. Thank you.
Thank you, Gary.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
that. Mhm.
And and Gary's right, because we never got a lot of the government things, and we all we got fed up of it, and we didn't want to try. But they do come through. They do come through eventually. They're long. The process is long, and there's a lot of paperwork involved. But try and get it, because it's here for us, and otherwise it's going to go back. So let me, Jean, I'm going to let you say a quick 5 to 7 minute introduction. And Jean is a miracle. She's here. So congratulations, Jean. I'm not going to tell your story.
Still here.
Yeah, that's amazing. I think everybody just give Jean a big hand. She's overcome a big battle, and I think we really need to applaud her. So over to you, Jean.
Thank you. Thank you. My name's Jean Martin. I live in New Jersey. I am an Avon independent sales rep, available for all your skin So Soft and Bug Guard needs. I have an online store as well. I'll put the information in the chat. And if you need just a catalog, let me know and I'll mail you one. Thank you.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Welcome. And so I'm going to quickly share my slides. And we have a few people joining, but I don't know where they are, but I'm hoping they'll come on soon. So let me just go back real quick if I can. If it'll let me.
Okay. While Claire's doing that, let me say this real quickly. I want to issue you all a happy Earth Day. It was a couple of days yesterday. And of course, we're all fellow residents on planet Earth. And fellow residents mean that, we have been given the great pleasure to call Earth home. There was an article on a news station last week saying that there were other residents on Earth that we don't know about. I don't know
Right
if
are
that's
the rest of
true.
the cards.
It's in the news.
Pasta
but
and the rice are there.
Yeah.
Everything
just
else
wanna-
is in the refrigerator.
I just want to make sure that I say to you, Happy Earth Day. I'm sorry, I just came on. I was in the rain, planting my garden. Yeah, I mean, it was so steamy. It was raining and I kept planting. It was raining. I kept planting. I said, that must be a good sign because if it's raining while you're planting, then, there's not going to be a shortage of water and no drought. And so I'm excited about that. And,
Yeah.
finally I finished and it was right around the time for the call. So it's good to see you all. You all are so exciting to see, and it's an amazing time. And here we are at the end of COVID, looks like, and we're right in the springtime of 2023, and there's a lot to be excited about. A lot to be excited about, and I share that with you. And I want to encourage you to say and to see that tomorrow is going to be incredible. Today is incredible, and you all look so fabulous. Hoo-ah, hoo-ah.
Yeah.
It's good to be here. So with that being said, our next speaker or guest.
No, we're going to go quickly to Brightside for really quick.
Uh-huh.
So every year, this is our 4th year of doing Earth Day. And each year it gets better and better. So I think we celebrate birthdays, we celebrate anniversaries. I think we owe it to our planet to celebrate Earth Day. Earth Day is usually April 22nd. I usually host my event a little later because people are so busy with Earth Day and then they can't show up for our event. So today we're just doing our usual Brightside Club networking sponsored by Colonel Donna Ford. And thank you, Donna, for sponsoring us. You could be sponsoring someone else, but we're very, very grateful. So thank you for that. So this is an opportunity for you to talk about your businesses, to network, to get to know one another, to build relationships. And so this is created in a club environment. And so we have you all on today, and we're very happy to have you. So thank you for joining us. Tomorrow, we have some amazing speakers. I don't have a whole lot of people tomorrow, so if you can come to support the event, we'd be very grateful. But I did fewer speakers so that I would have more time to let them present versus rushing. Like for women's conference, we were just rushing through the presentation. So I thought it's better to have a few speakers and we can spend some time with them and do a good job. So we start with Bill Peckney, who many of you have seen. He's a 50-year US Armed Forces veteran. He has actually worked with some of the top people about the atmosphere. He's a scientist. He knows everything that's going on with the world and what's going on. And so when I have a question about the hurricane or the floods or the fires, he's my go-to. And he's written a book that I use all the time because I trust him. Now there's so much fake news around. You don't know what's true and what's not true. But I really can go with what his opinion is. I trust him completely. I like his book. I highly recommend that everybody gets his book. And he has served this country. He has served this country for 50 years. That's a long time. So we really value his time, and he's going to be on tomorrow at 11 o'clock. So if you can come to support him, I'd be very grateful. And then we have a nuclear scientist. So we have an atmospheric scientist and a nuclear scientist. And she's going to talk about weapons. We've been talking about this gun control and all that. And she's going to talk about how is the nuclear world going to be affecting us in the future. She's also written a fiction novel, and she's a songwriter. She's a musician. She's just a fabulous person to know. She's done some amazing work with her life, and to have a woman who's a nuclear scientist, I think that's a very big thing. So I plan to spend a whole hour with her, and if you want to join us, please do so. And then I have Hank, and he is an FBI agent. This is our first our first FBI agent. So when we see things going wrong, right, so wrong, it's investigators like him that bring truth to life. And he's written a book about what we all know, corporations and how greedy they are and all the wrong things they've done. I think he's got every single corporation in his book. So he is an investigator. So if you feel like, you want to know the truth about things, you should attend his session. He's going to be on at noon. And he's very interesting. He's also a US veteran. He served the US Navy. So I'm really proud of him. I think that he's pretty awesome. And then we have our sponsor, who's also an amazing guy. His name is George Garcia. He's come up with this tomato chip. You know how you love tomatoes, and they're dried chips. And so he sent us a whole box of chips. And so he's sponsoring this event. And he talks about your health and why it's important that you take alternatives to potato chips. I love crispy things. I love, potato chips. And so his is a healthy alternative, and it's really very juicy too. It's a really great chip. And I want to introduce him to you, Dr. Dietrich, because he might be a good sponsor for your conference as well. So he's coming on as well. So we have very few speakers, but they're very important speakers. And of course, if you can't come and you've got other places to go, then we'll make sure you have the videos and you can watch them. So that's what's going on tomorrow. Then we talk to you about the yard sale. Now, what's going on with Brightside? So we are going to host, and please thank Donna for this, because everybody's been asking about when are we meeting again? When are we meeting again? And so Donna stepped in and she's helping us out. So we are doing the Logan's lunch on May the 11th. And I think it's going to be a very big event because Dillard is fundraising for the Dillard alumni. And so I've got a lot of speakers coming in to talk about, raising money for scholarships for the school. And so we've got a good panel, a lot of speakers, and I will be doing a grant writing workshop. I know everybody's been asking me to do something about the grants because there's a lot of grants going on. And so I'm going to show you all about how to get grant money, how to get passive income, having an affiliate store.
Should I keep a bell pepper out of the recipe?
So
if you want to eat it, I can pick it out. If you don't want it, then I just.
It's okay. It's all right. We don't mind. Yeah, Jean, you have to mute your.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right. Just mute it. That's okay. No problem. So that is happening on Thursday, May 11th in Goldsboro at the usual restaurant where we always meet, Logan's. But we're going to have a lot of speakers. I think it's going to be an exciting day because we're going to fundraise for scholarships. So that is me with my news. And yes, we are in Chapel Hill and we're not leaving Goldsboro. We're going to have 2 offices, one in Goldsboro and one in Chapel Hill. We're expanding. We're not leaving. So June, I'm hoping to invite you all to the office, and we are hoping to host our first event in Chapel Hill in June. The reason I'm not rushing into Chapel Hill because I think we need time. We need time to plan it, to understand it. Elton and I plan to go there for the first time. We've had the office since February, but we haven't had a chance to go ourselves. We've been doing everything on Zoom, but we plan to be there. So we'll scout around, we'll find out what the best place is. So maybe we could do 1 month Goldsboro, 1 month Chapel Hill. So I'll let you all know how that goes. But we do have our office, physical address. Brightside is in Chapel Hill and in Goldsboro. So we have 2 offices now. Any questions? And then I'll quickly talk about the 30-day challenge and then I'll bring Donna on. Any questions? Okay, so some of you, I don't know if any of you, none of you have done the 30-day challenge. So the 30-day challenge, we have our chairman, Reginald Laverly. You want to tell us about the 30-day challenge? He was the winner last year. We had 11 contestants and he won the challenge.
All right. Thank you, Elizabeth. Yes, I'll be the chairperson for this year's entrepreneurial challenge. And just to give a brief synopsis of what it's going to be about, each day is going to be a different thing for each business owner. It may pertain to social media. It may pertain to how to build a business. It may pertain to certain things that business owners and entrepreneurs may not think about. But the key thing is we want everyone that participates to be able to get something out of it and be able to take whatever it is and employ it in their daily method of business operations.
Wow. So next month, or this coming month, is the coronation of King Charles III. And, you know, it's just that we've had so much of the news about the Queen. It's never, ever happened in history that you have so much going on in such a quick turnaround. And so here we are with King Charles III and Queen Consort Camilla. So we have Jackie with the BritFix shop, and if she's doing any coronation events, we'd love to support the store. And Jackie, I'm at this event on Saturday, so I'm going to call on you. If you have any of the Prince Charles tins, I might want to show them to this event that I'm going to. So I'll get in touch with you after this about that. So we could do a little Prince Charles thing at Takia's event. Takia's having an event on Saturday. She's raising money for scholarships for Dillard, for the Goldsboro High School. And so I said, I have nothing in my table. I booked a table. So I'm going to call you. Maybe we'll put a few little Prince Charles souvenirs there and introduce people to England. So yeah, so over to you. Tell us about BritFix and the coronation.
Well, we do have in BritFix at the moment, we do have some coronation items. We have some bags. We have the tins of tea, which of course have King Charles on them. We have a few items that are hand created by one of our contacts. There's some wooden trays and some coasters. And today, in fact, that's why I'm a little late. I've had 2 deliveries today. So if I look wet, it's because I've been out in the garden. I actually got some more of the commemorative coins. We only had a limited number, but I was able to get some more. I suspect we will have a sale on that day. We don't actually have an activity at the store because I will be at the governor's mansion attending a garden party in honor of the coronation. So, but we do, if you come on by BritFix and you're somebody who wants to keep a souvenir, we do have a variety of items. We also have King Charles there now. He's not in his full regalia. He's in a very casual suit. But we didn't bring Camilla along. I'm sorry, it's just a solo trip for Charles, because we still have his mum there. Because every time I think I'm going to take Queen Elizabeth home, somebody says, "Oh no, please leave her there." So we still have her there, but we do have Charles now. We have a nice section with some items that are specific to the coronation. And I plan to be up at 5:30 that morning. I always watch Sky News, which is, you know, a British, and our time when it all begins is 10:30 over there, but it's 5:30 here. So if you want to watch it live as opposed to the reruns, it'll start at about 5:30 in the morning with the actual coronation, I believe, taking place at 6 a.m.
Wow.
So yes, you mentioned, I mean, I'm British and we get excited by things like that. Not everybody's a monarchist. I am. But this, yeah, but this is something, I mean, it's been 70 years since they've ever had a coronation. My mum saw George VI's coronation because she's 91 almost. But for people of my generation, born in the late 50s and 60s, you know, this will be something quite historic to watch. So anyway, but come by BritFix anyway, even if you don't want anything Charles related, we still have lots of sweets and goodies and teas and biscuits and lots of things available and frozen items like bangers, which are sausages, and pork pies, and let's see, scones and things like that. So
Yeah, so I have to say a good word for Prince Charles. I'm pretty fond of him because
yeah,
when
I
we were
don't.
growing up in India, he's a little older than my generation, but Queen Elizabeth had these children, even Andrew and Edward. And so we grew up with magazine photos of them, and they were just such a lovely family growing up. And in spite of all the controversial things that people have said, I think he's going to be a really good king. He loves the
think so.
planet, and I think as a person, without all the stuff that's been happening to him in his personal life, I think he genuinely is a really nice guy. So I think I'm looking forward to him being the king and giving him our full support. And I think there'll be a lot to see, and there'll be a lot of changes, and so we'll just go with the flow. So we wish him good luck. And maybe we'll do another broadcast with the Brits like we did when Queen Elizabeth. So we'll do another broadcast with her as well. So thank you, Jackie, for joining us. And I'll call you tomorrow and see if we can make Takia's event with a little Prince Charles feel to it.
When is it again, Takia's event?
Saturday.
This Saturday, okay.
Saturday. So I'll figure out something. Yeah.
Maybe we can make something up, put something together. It's going to be auctioned or raffled or something, isn't it? Is that what's happening? Okay, maybe I can put together something for you for that, so that you can use it in your raffle with a selection of things.
Yeah, yeah. I have a table, and even if you want to sell a few items, we can put a little basket. People can buy something, but we'll have a little Prince Charles feel to it. So I think that'll be fun.
Okay.
So I have Brenda. Brenda's been a sponsor, and she must be fed up of me because we've been trying to give away these 2 prizes, and we won't talk about the prizes right now. We'll talk about them offline. But Brenda has had some whipping cream on Facebook, and I want to order some of that whipping cream. So tell us a little bit about the whipping cream and the hair oil and the all everything that you do. She's almost, I found a grant for you, and I need to go back and look for it, because you're almost like an inventor. You're creating your own products, which is kind of cool. Yeah. So tell us about the whipping cream and the hair oil, and then we'll get
Let me tell you about everything. For those of you that don't know, my name is Brenda Rockingham. I am from Detroit, Michigan. 3 years ago, I started making my own hair growth oil. And the reason was, it was like my hair had stopped growing. This is my little helper. And I was on the phone talking to my mom. My mom was a hairdresser. And I'm like, Mom, what can I get for my hair? I'm thinking she's going to tell me to go to Sally's because that was her favorite beauty supply. She didn't tell me that. She told me to pray about it. And I did once or twice. It was not at the top of my list. During the pandemic, June, which is her birthday month, the Spirit spoke to me and told me to make my own hair grow oil. And I did. And she would always say, you don't never listen to me. I listened to you, Mama. So anywho, this year makes 3 years. This June will make 3 years. I've been doing my own hair grow oil. And during that time, I got a lot of downloads. I suffer from arthritis. So I started making a pain butter. I think that was one of the first things I started making, was a pain butter. My grandbaby at the time, she was having a lot of, she's allergic to outdoors, greenery, flowers, any plants, she's allergic to outdoors. So anywho, I made her a butter with lavender oil in it to help with her itching. Then what else did I make? I started making eczema butter. One of my daughter's friends, she mentioned it to me about her daughter's friend suffering from eczema. So I looked up, I stay on Google, I did a lot of research, and I found out what essential oils were good for eczema. I started making eczema butter. uh, acne butter. And this year I've started making, I've incorporated, hand me one of my oils.
Okay.
I sell essential oils for men and women. I incorporated the oils into a butter. So you can smell good and lotion your body up all at the same time. How awesome is that?
That's pretty awesome. Yeah, yeah.
So it just depends on what you need. I
Yeah.
got it. And I also make I have a girlfriend that suffers from hot flashes. If you need something for hot flashes, I got you.
Ah, wow, that's amazing. Yeah. We need to have a whole segment about all that you do. Yes.
And I
that's
sell
awesome.
Tupperware, y'all. I sell the world's best plastic.
Yep.
Lifetime warranty.
Yep. That's awesome. So what a good turnout today. Thank you all for showing up. You look so amazing. And we got Bill Peckney too. Okay, he's going to be on tomorrow. I talked a little bit about what you're going to be sharing. So go ahead, tell us about tomorrow, and then we'll bring Donna on. And Ramona, we are running over time, but we'll get you to do the intro for Dina. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, just 30 seconds. I'll be talking about Earth Day, which began back in 1970 when we were doing really, really unfortunate and bad things with our land and water. We even had one body of water that burst into flames. So I'll be talking about what's happened since then. And my book, A Tale of Two Climates, One Real, One Imaginary, is what I'll be summarizing and talking about a variety of things, energy, pollution, global warming, and that'll be tomorrow.
Wow, we're looking forward to it. We're looking forward to it. So that's awesome. Okay, so thank you for joining us today. So over to you, Donna, and then we'll bring Ramona on to introduce Dina, and we'll try to keep time. Okay, thank you so much, Ramona, for being on. Okay, over to you, Donna, and I'm going to share your slides. Anybody wants to now? This is how it works. If you stay for the whole presentation, I will do individual videos for you. So you'll have a video to share on your network, on Facebook, Instagram, and you can make a formal presentation, and then we can give that video to you to share. So you know how much videos cost now? They want almost in the thousands. These videographers want so much money to do a video. So if you would like to do a promo video about your business, then stay on and we'll let you record what you want to record. So that's what I want to do with you, Donna, today, is I want to first do a promo video about who you are and what you do, and then we'll go into the slides. So then you'll have two videos. Thank you for sponsoring us. So here we go.
No problem. Thank you. And just while the slides are coming up, you know, many of you in the room already know me, and probably a few have heard about me, good or bad. But I'm Donna Four. I'm an Air Force veteran. 30 years in the Air Force. I actually spent some time down in North Carolina. That's where I met my late husband. Served at both Seymour Johnson Air Force Base right there in Goldsboro, so I know the area well. And then also served at Pope Air Force Base. So I have a lot of roots down there in North Carolina. I currently live in Virginia. That's where my late husband was from. And when I was retiring, I told him, you get to pick where we retire, since I dragged you all over the world and you didn't really have much of a say so. So he said, I want to go back to Virginia. So I live in Southern Virginia. If you know where Danville, Virginia is, it's on the border with North Carolina. I'm not too far from Danville, Virginia. After my career in the military, I became a defense contractor. That's what a lot of military people do, because it's an easy transition.
Donna, hold on. Just for 1 second. I'm going to record you in a minute. I want to just end this recording. So you've been watching Brightside Global Trade, and I'm going to stop this recording, but I'll make sure that we link you to Donna's video.